Today we're going to explore some of the leaked details about houses and purchasable properties in Red Dead Online, and we've also potentially found some of the locations of them in the single player for Red Dead Redemption 2. So if you want to see me exploring them, then I would suggest that you skip ahead slightly in this video, and if you're unaware of what's been going on lately, well, watch the next few minutes and I'll explain to you guys the best that I can. So, in case you missed it, this week there were some leaks for Red Dead Online, including some leaked strings or code that were found and located in relation to houses and purchasable properties potentially making their way into the multiplayer experience for Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, with Red Dead Online following closely in the footsteps of GTA Online, it's not that far-fetched to expect that properties and purchasable houses, stables and more will be available in the online mode. And thanks to the leaked achievements and now the currently available achievement list, it does state that in GTA Online we can have campsites and apply upgrades. So it seems like eventually, upon earning enough money in Red Dead Online, we'll be able to purchase our own houses. Now, as you can see from these leaked house details here that we have on screen, they all have a placeholder price set at $1,000. And this sounds about right due to the inflation since back then. $1,000 back then is probably equivalent to hundreds of thousands nowadays, thanks to the inflation and the money crisis that's going on currently. However, these prices are probably subject to change, and I would expect some houses to cost less than this, and some houses, probably the most expensive ones, upwards of $5,000. So anyway, what does this have to do with today's video? Well, it seems like there are some houses around the Red Dead Redemption 2 map after completion of the main storyline that do say for sale outside. Very similar to the way GTA 5 leaked and detailed some of these houses early by having for sale and foreclosure signs outside, something we did see a pattern emerging in GTA 5, and eventually down the line those properties that were available in the free roam were then available as DLC. So this is really awesome news. So throughout this gameplay I've been exploring some of these houses. Here's one right here. As you can see, it's got a very unusual shape to it and structure, including the minute you walk through the door when you look straight ahead into the hallway. You've got a fireplace, which is going to be really interesting to see if this really is indeed an online house, how that's going to work out. And as you can see, each individual room does have carpet, it has windows where you can see to the outside, and essentially what these apartments are in Red Dead Redemption 2 is just new home furnishings. As you can see from the gameplay, there is no furniture inside any of these houses, but it does make for an awesome location to hide out in the single player for now until we find out what exactly they're there for. Now, Rockstar Games throughout this game have added tons and tons of building, and you could argue that this is just there for an aesthetic purpose, such as, you know, the Industrial Revolution, and things were changing, you know, houses were being built and people were demanding more places to live back then. However, you could also argue that the fact that there's no furnishing inside here, why would they bother adding this building after the story mode, but with no furniture? What's the purpose of that? The building is not there until you complete the game, and after you complete the game, only then is this property or these properties they're available to then go and have a look at. So why would they do that? They wouldn't just add these properties that suddenly appear at the end of the game with no furniture for no reason, or would they? Now, this is the really strange question we need to try and figure out ourselves. As you can see throughout this gameplay bit right here, you can see that there's 2 floors to these buildings, but there is no staircase or way to get up to the higher levels. Something similar like that happens in GTA Online, which is also very interesting. The only thing I have a problem with is how exactly is this going to work? In GTA Online, you have apartment buildings, but you can't see in through the windows. But these buildings you can see both in and out of the windows. So, are these going to be suitable properties for Rockstar to use online? I'm going to say this is definitely a 50-50 chance. We know that the beta is going to be exactly that. It's a beta. Rockstar Games get to test these things out, but only time will tell. If you've enjoyed this video, I hope I've earned myself a subscription from you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.